Okay, gold tends to be one of the more volatile so-called instrument. Typically characteristics is there are long shadows appearing, especially on H1 chart. Okay, I'll mark some regions for your reference. Okay, I'm pretty much expecting gold to be driven by data again this week. Okay, so from now until the three data that I mentioned, GDP, ADP, and non-farm payroll. So all in all, I'm expecting good numbers out of all these GDP and employment figures. GDP, it should I'm expecting it to come in around the 3% consensus, 2.9 or 3.1, that kind of region. And of course ADP not so much, because sometimes as the sampling size is smaller, so sometimes it may not be such a good gauge for non-farm payroll. But in very short term, in that 1-2 hours immediately after the news, price may move, but after that maybe chances is the market will move on and look forward to non-farm payroll, which is the official data. So we have seen instances that ADP and non-farm payroll actually differ, is exact opposite, meaning to say ADP shows a very bad data, whereas the actual non-farm payroll shows a very good data. So we have seen that happen before. So I'm expecting good data out of GDP and non-farm payroll. So for gold to breach 1196 to hit higher, most likely is we are not seeing good data this week. So that's that could be one of the reason for gold price, if it ever go beyond the 1200 region. Okay, 1200 is around this level, is at this level for reference. So for gold price to shoot way beyond 1200, I think the GDP, non-farm payroll, ADP has to really underperform against the market expectation. Then market may scale back the chance of a rate hike next month. So if that happens, gold price may breach the next two resistance over here, 1191, 1196. Other than that, I do expect gold price to still be bearish. I'm still on a bearish so-called bias. So a favorable data could mean that gold price may hit towards the 1182 and 1175. So in a very short term, let me zoom in. Okay. So some of you, if your eyes are sharp enough, you may see a very short term kind of double top formation over here. Okay, you have to follow my cursor. I hope you all can see my cursor on the screen, the black cursor over here. So there's one top over here, move down and it forms another top with the shadow over there and move down, and price sort of close below the neckline to move lower. So it is forming a sell signal. So if you want to trade this pattern, then you could consider a short now. It is if you ask me, this is the let me just change the color. Okay, so roughly around here, not so particular, because to me candle has already closed below the neckline. So anywhere around this price, you could just possibly take a short if you want, or you have you shared the same opinion as me, then you could consider this short. But a conservative stop loss would be beyond the two shadow over there. Or close to the 1200 level. So of course, judging from this, your first target would be here, and your next target would be here. Suggested targets. Okay, so this would be the suggested targets. Of course, this would be the suggested stop loss. Of course, by looking at this, the risk reward for this trade would only be favorable if it hits the lower target. So it is your choice again to make. So the first target would be the first milestone. If price really hits that, you could consider to shift your stop loss to your entry price to protect your position. So that would be the plan for this trade if you ever choose to follow.